Chapter 4, Employment in Canada. Can an employer find out if I was charged but not convicted in Canada? Yes. The record of your criminal charge exists even if you were not convicted. A criminal background check or police record check in Canada for employment will likely uncover information about your criminal charge. If you were charged but not convicted, that is called a non-conviction. Examples of non-convictions include charges that are withdrawn, dismissed, stayed, acquitted, diverted, and discharged, absolute and conditional. In most cases, traces of your non-conviction charges will exist in RCMP, police, and court databases. To ensure that your employment criminal record check and criminal background check in Canada come back clean, you need to get a file destruction to purge all traces of your non-conviction. Can you get a job with a criminal record in Canada? Yes, there are jobs in Canada available to people with criminal records. A criminal record, however, can negatively affect your career and finances. Your criminal record will be exposed if your employer requires you to get a criminal background check or a police record check in Canada. When your employer discovers your criminal record, they may decide not to hire you or to limit your job options. The only way to effectively hide your criminal record is to get a pardon or record suspension if you were convicted, or a file destruction if you were charged but not convicted. Does my employer have access to my criminal record in Canada? Yes. You must, however, explicitly authorize your employer to perform a background check in Canada for employment before a criminal record search is conducted. It is common for employers to include this employment background check authorization in the documentation you are required to sign when you start a job. To keep your criminal record hidden from your employer, you must get a pardon or record suspension if you were convicted, or a file destruction if you were charged but not convicted. Can my employer find out that I got a pardon or record suspension in Canada? No. Your employer will not know that you got a pardon or record suspension in Canada. Getting a pardon or record suspension removes your criminal record from the criminal records database. That means when your employer runs an employee criminal background check or a police background check in Canada, the results will come back clean. From your employer's perspective, you do not have a criminal record. And an employer cannot legally ask you if you have been granted a pardon or record suspension. I've been working at the same company for a while now. Will my criminal record impact my job? Maybe. If you have never had to undergo an employment criminal background check in Canada, that does not prevent you from undergoing an employment background check or CPIC check for employment in the future. Many companies now conduct background checks for employment in Canada on both new hires and existing employees. The discovery of your criminal record could impact your employment job prospects. And the only way to prevent your employer from finding out about your criminal record is to get a pardon or record suspension if you were convicted, or a file destruction if you were charged but not convicted. Can I get a promotion if I have a criminal record in Canada? Maybe. With increasing levels of liability in the workplace, many employers now require employees to get a background check in Canada before they are promoted. It's possible that you got your job before your employer required you to get a criminal background check or police record check for employment in Canada. However, companies are increasingly protecting themselves from liability by implementing new policies regarding criminal record checks for employment. When your criminal record is discovered, you may lose your promotion opportunity and possibly your job. Can my criminal record in Canada hurt my earning potential as an independent contractor? Yes. A criminal record in Canada can negatively impact your earning potential as an independent contractor. Many companies only accept contracting services from those who do not have a criminal history. Finding out that you have a criminal record could cost you future job opportunities. Getting a pardon or record suspension if you were convicted, or a file destruction if you were charged but not convicted, will prevent a company from seeing your criminal record.